A mystery not only in this area, but also in communities across the country.
They sound like loud explosions, except there's never any damage. So what is really going on? Ross Gadati went looking for answers today.
Imagine, if you will, you're standing on your front porch when, out of nowhere, a cataclysmic explosion goes off. You see a bright light, you feel the force, and then it goes away. And when emergency responders go to find what blew up, they can't find anything. Well, it's happened in Fayette County recently, and it's happening around the United States. For Michelle Wiltrot, what happened around 7:45 Monday night is something she'll never.
All I heard was a large explosion, and I thought something blew up or a bad car wreck.
Whatever it was, numerous residents around Connellsville heard it and felt it as well. For some, it was so intense it rattled entire foundations, knocking pictures off of walls.
I mean, I could feel it. So I don't know what it was.
Mysterious massive explosions are not exclusive to this part of Fayette County.
Thanks so much for joining us. A loud boom rattled homes just west of the city.
The phenomenon is worldwide and nothing new.
Right back in the 1960s, we used to call them skyquakes.
Stan Gordon is a researcher in the field of the unexplained.
In more recent years, there seems to be an increase in these type of reports.
Now, explanations abound: sonic booms, meteorites, the kids just blowing things up, but not all of these earth-shaking, window-rattling events are resolved.
And in March of last year, I received, and I know other sources received, numerous reports of a very loud shaking and a boom that covered many communities in Fayette County. Around the same time as the big boom were some unusual lights in the sky, and then later people reporting a lot of helicopter activity in the area. So I've never heard an explanation for that one.
Those who've experienced these enormous mystery explosions will tell you it's unnerving, whatever they are.
I don't know, but it's scary because it's too close to home.
I took all of this to a man who approached me in December, having listened to other reports that I had done on booms in 2014. His name is Mark Murdoch. He is with a remote viewing group called Right Hemisphere. He contacted me and he said, we would like, as a remote viewing group, to offer doing a remote viewing session about what is causing all the mysterious loud boom sounds that no one can come up with an answer over the past 4 years. And so he and the remote viewers, they sent me all of their pages with all of the scribbles and all of the notes, and it included this opening. We have tasked our team on the source of the explosion sounds as detailed in your earthfiles.com story of Saturday, November 29th, 2014, in England and the U.S. simultaneously. This was one of the most amazing events of the last 4 years, because simultaneously at 4:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Buffalo, New York, and 10 p.m. in the UK, 10:45 p.m. in the UK, 3,000 miles away, there were headlines about mysterious explosions and loud bangs. And all the people in England and in Buffalo, New York, and the surrounding region were all saying the same thing, that it sounded like an explosion, dogs were going crazy, houses were being shaken, but no authority in Buffalo, New York, or in England, and it was ranging, this is the biggest in Europe that I've ever heard, the people were reporting these boom sounds that were shaking their houses from southern England to Scotland. And here is one brief summary of all of these pages that came from the remote viewers, and I'm reading it literally as they sent it to me. We have tasked our team on the source of the explosion sounds as detailed in your earthfiles.com report. It bears repeating that our viewers are constantly working objectives of all manner, mundane stuff, fun stuff, mysteries. All viewers in this exercise were 100% blind to this objective on the sounds. Quote, the explosions, and now it's a summary of what the remote viewers got. The explosions and loud bangs are coming from a weapon system being catapulted or fired from a ground base near water or an underwater base. The weapon is targeting craft in the sky. The weapon creates a vortex of energy into which the craft are being sucked into. This is a battle between opposing forces. It is being fought in an interdimensional reality that at times can intersect with our 3D reality. That is the only way that we can explain hearing the sounds and feeling a shock wave, but really never seeing anything. We are also sure it is in another dimension because both sides of this battle have paraphysical qualities. That is, we, the remote viewers, are not getting strictly human activity. Advanced technology craft are being piloted by beings that have an ET and creature quality. These beings are hive-like in their organization. They are drawn to the skies and to our planet to enslave humanity. One of our viewers was very clear about the concept of slavery. These beings were using technology, but also some kind of spiritual prayer or concentration that was directed upward against the enemy, in quotes. These beings felt completely different from the beings piloting the craft. They, on the ground meditating, were filled with a power from within. They wielded an unstoppable power. As cliche as this might sound, this is a battle between two alien races. One is attempting to feed on an evil that is growing on Earth and attempting to enslave mankind. The other is a defender of humanity that is fighting back with an overwhelming force. Again, why are we not seeing this battle? But we are hearing it. We are not entirely sure of this, but it appears that some portion of this battle is bleeding through into our reality, specifically the high energy. Similar accounts have been told of our own high energy atomic bombs affecting other realities and dimensions. Conclusion: this amazing story of a battle for humanity, as fantastic as it sounds, gives us cause for both worry and hope. Evidently, there are some good guys that are defending against malevolent beings using a weapon of overwhelming power. And after they sent this to me, Mark Murdoch sent another sentence to me in an email saying, we know that that information sounds extraordinary, and to tell you the truth, Linda, it affected all of us. We were not prepared for what we got in remote viewing. And interestingly enough to me, over the last 35 years, in the people in the human abduction syndrome that I have interviewed, many have said that they have either been shown on a holographic screen or they've had a telepathic download with images. As recently as the last 10 years, the insurance detective that I have reported about in Washington, hard-nosed guy who has had interactions with non-human beings, and he too drew illustrations of different craft in some sort of a battle in which there was one side seemed to champion the survival of humans and others that did not. And he had the impression that the battle had something to do with what's allowable to do with life, and that the concept of another dimension or other dimensions are used in this battle And finally, that not only are other dimensions used, but that the key weapon by one of the sides is the manipulation of time, which opens up an entirely other huge mystery on top of all of the booms, which may or may not have a physical source on this planet in the core, or literally be some other dimensional war going on about what to do with humanity.